Steve Perry.
My name is Steve Perry.
You'll push the mic button. That'd be great. Speak.
I'm the Vice President of the SS United States Preservation Foundation. You've heard my colleague Justin already speak, and you've heard two other colleagues, John Radowitz and Nicole Chase, speak previously. Again, I'm going to summarize a few things. Personally, I feel you have dramatically underestimated how much money for a proper remediation of this vessel will cost due to the contaminants that are actually on board and pose an issue to the environment concerned once submerged. These do not cause an issue where the ship is now in the air and hasn't for 74 years. No one builds a ship or any vessel with the intent of purposely sinking it unless time of war, sunk by a U-boat, strike an iceberg, something like that. But that said, in your contractor's amount of money, he's only allocated, and he said he's done with that, $130,000 of scrape exfoliated exterior paint from the hull, nothing else. Surveyors, naval architects, professional engineers have only been allocated $150,000 out of your $7.228 million that was approved back on October 1st. Remember, the guidance documents, the 5 documents that list in there, are not all encompassing. They are limited. If we go back in time, acid rain, we had to deal with it in the 70s. IMO rules, International Maritime. Now you have to scrub and clean heavy fuel. You can't just release that stuff in the air. These rules have changed. So just because there's a guidance document that might be dated, it's not all encompassing that covers everything you need to do, AKA addressing zinc chromate with hexavalent chromate being submerged in a water column. With that said, the county has said previously they have cleaned the top 4 decks, are fully remediated months ago and everything like that. But again, we brought up months ago this issue of the zinc chromate, and to the best of our knowledge, nothing about that has been done. And you can see that in video footage and drone footage. With that said, no public information. There's no plans yet stated of additional funds allocated to address the issue of what we documented with zinc chromate. And this is a well-known issue. That's why we're bringing it to your attention. With this said, my colleague mentioned a statement that your Coastal Research Manager said. I'm not going to repeat it, but with all that said, they don't want to harm the environment you tend to benefit from. But this is exactly what you're doing if you don't address these contaminants. This is exactly what you're doing, from sea life to fish to the water, everything. And the most significant amount, again, 50 tons of this primer paint. This is not a small amount. The reason I say that, William Francis Gibbs, who designed this ship, and Susan Gibbs' grandfather, he basically designed this ship as a masterpiece to last forever in perpetuity. Now, not to be sunk as a reef. Can I have just a little bit longer, or?
No, sir, but you can at the next meeting.
All right. With that said, the report that 70-page report that outlines all the details of that sub, and it's been sent to the clerk of courts previously.